Sam walks from his home to the playground. Then from the playground, he goes to a nearby market. He buys some vegetables and takes them back home. So do you sense some mathematics coming into the picture? Well, yes, he's actually formed a triangle. Usually, when we talk about three things, three places, three objects, unintentionally we tend to form triangles, and hence it is important to study them. Well, not just that, we've also seen that how triangles form polygons. Each polygon can be considered to be formed by triangles. So knowing the properties of triangles, we can apply them to study polygons too. So let's start by studying triangles by naming this triangle first. So I call this house as point A. Let's call the playground as point B and the market as point C. So A, B, C, these are the 3 points, or I can say that these are the 3 vertices. So A, B, C are called the vertices of the triangle, and I name the triangle by the vertices only. So let's name this triangle. How would I name this triangle? I'll call it triangle A, B, C. So note here that A, B, C are the 3 vertices, and the order in which you write does not matter. So you can write triangle ABC or triangle BCA or CAB, whatever. So the order in which you write the vertices does not matter. And this triangle here does not signify the shape. So even if I have this as a triangle with vertices say X, Y, Z, even then I'll use this symbol to denote it, because this is just a shorthand notation for the word triangle and not the shape of the triangle. So this is triangle XYZ, or you can write YZX, whatever. So the order in which you write the 3 vertices does not matter. So we have a triangle with 3 vertices here. Next, what we see is that if I join these vertices by a line, now this line is actually a side of a triangle, and I call this side AB. Or you can call it BA. So it's a line segment with 2 points A and B. So you represent this side by AB or BA. Similarly, the line that joins B to C is the line segment BC or CB. Since it's a line segment, or this is the second side of the triangle, then the third side, there are 3 sides. The third side is the line that joins C to A, or you can say it's joining A to C. So you can write it as AC or CA. So with these 3 vertices, I have 3 sides also. So these are the 3 vertices, A, B and C. These are the 3 sides, AB, BC, CA. I've written them in clockwise order. You can write it BA, AC and CB also. So now, can you tell me which of these is not a triangle? Let's see. So the first thing, we need to check 3 vertices and 3 sides. So let's look at this. 3 vertices and 3 sides. 2 and the third side. So it's a triangle. What about this? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a 4th one here. So not a triangle. We needed 3 vertices. What about this? 3 vertices, sides, 2 and 3. 3 sides. So it is a triangle. So we've seen that a triangle is a 3-sided polygon. Polygon because it's a closed figure. Since it's closed, the region that is bounded inside it is called the interior of a triangle. This blue region that is inside the triangle is actually the interior of the triangle. Now with these 3 sides, I also get 3 angles. And since these angles are in the interior, they are actually interior angles, but we commonly call them just angles of a triangle. So now let's name this triangle, the angles of this triangle. So this would be called as angle BAC, BAC, or I can say it's angle CAB. Note, what is important here is the vertex where the angle is formed should be in the center. So A is in the center. The order of the other two does not matter. So you can change the order of the other two, but the alphabet in the center should be the one where the angle is formed. That should be the vertex where the angle is formed. So similarly, this would be angle, so B should be in the center, and AC any order. So ABC or angle B in the center, CA. I changed the order, so CBA. Similarly, for triangles, for angle C also you can write angle ACB or BCA. So rather than writing angle BAC, CAB, angle ABC, easier way is, so let's see the easier way. So three angles, I call this as angle A. So this is the vertex where the angle is formed. That would be angle B. And similarly, this would be angle C. So I have three vertices, three sides and three angles. Look here, triangle. The word itself says tri is three and angles. So three angles. So we've seen that 3 points give us a triangle. But can these be any 3 points? Let's look at this. What if the playground is on the way to the market only? Now let's again try to see. If you go from the market, if you go from your house to the playground, and then from the playground to the market, you buy vegetables and come back to the house, do you get a triangle? Well, clearly not. What is it that changed in this picture here? We see that these three things, the house, the playground and the market, here are on the same line, or I can say they are collinear. The 3 points here are collinear, that is on the same line. So when three things are collinear, I do not get a triangle. So for a triangle, what is necessary is non-collinear points. So non-collinear points gives me a triangle and collinear points do not. I end this with a question that will any three non-collinear points give me a triangle? So we've seen that collinear points do not and non-collinear points do. But will that always be true?